Good morning everybody, Calm Biker here. Just on my way to the bike shop yet again. To 5 ways. Today's the day of my service. Got to get it done for the warranty, so they're going to relieve me of 200 and some pounds. Seems a bit steep, but you know, what are you going to do? And I thought I'd just have a quick topic today. I say quick, I always say quick and they never are. And I thought about this one being an FRO. I thought I could be a bit trolley and do one of those titles that tries to attract people. So it could have been FRO Content ID, or it could have been How to Make Money Off YouTube. I don't know which one it'll be yet. Might just be Content ID. But anyway, Content ID. I've been caught out again. Although this time it worked out okay. I mentioned before, a while back, that I did a video with Danny and we went to Scarborough, and as we went down the seafront, I edited the video to put a song on it. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside, that one. And I got a message through saying the audio's been removed from your track, from your video, because it infringes copyright, even though that is a public domain bit of music. And it happened to me again, this time with a bit of Creative Commons music. On the Knaresborough Bed Race video. So I used quite a bit of YouTube free music that you know you can get away with. But get away with, there's nothing to get away with, but you know that you're allowed to use and you won't have any problems with. And at the end of it, for the actual racing clips, for the people pushing the beds down the hill, I used a bit of music by a chap called Chris Zabriskie, hope I pronounced that right, who does music of his own, and he also does music with a band. Well, I assume it's a band, I don't know, it might just be him still, but under the name Lo-Fi is Sci-Fi, and I've used quite a bit of that music on my videos. And I got a Content ID claim through on Chris Zabriskie's audio. I thought, well, that can't be right, surely. And it said, you have used some copyright music, and the copyright owner in this case has allowed the music to stay on your video, but it'll no longer be monetized. So I had a look at the video and it was still monetized. And that got me doing a bit of reading on the internet. And I happened to, when I did a search, I happened to find Chris Zabriskie's site, because he's written a page about Content ID and the fact that some of his music gets picked up by it. So apparently what he did was, because he makes all of his own music, he composes it himself, plays it himself, he decided he was going to upload all of his music to YouTube so that he could let people listen to it. It's all Creative Commons, it's all free, so you know, why not upload it and let people use it? So he did that, and he got 2 or 3 copyright claims against himself. And he's written this page about it. It's quite interesting, and he talks about this idea of copyright trolls. So Content ID is a good system, I think, or it would be if it worked properly. And the idea is that you upload your music or your video into Google's huge databanks, and every time somebody uploads a video of their own, it scans it looking for your clips of audio or video, and if it finds one, it reacts. And I can understand completely from a copyright owner's point of view that you want to protect your copyright, and a system like that would be good. The problem is that they've implemented it so badly, as big companies tend to do, because they don't really care as long as they can keep getting money off people. So when you do this, now you have to be a big player, because Chris actually said he would have liked to have been a content publisher himself, and he would have then registered all of his music and set it up so that people didn't get copyright claims from other companies. But how they've set it up means that if you're a copyright owner, or you claim to be, you can do quite a few different things. So one thing you can do is just take the video down. So you set it up, if it detects that, if you're, I don't know, Metallica or somebody like that. I'm not saying that any of the people that I mentioned have actually done this. But you're Metallica and somebody uploads one of your videos or one of your songs, you can have it automatically be taken down. Obviously the owner can appeal, but the appeals bizarrely go to the copyright owner, not to YouTube. So if you are the owner of, if you are Metallica and you you detect somebody's put up a Metallica video, they can appeal when it's taken down, and you look at it and go, nope, that's definitely a Metallica video, and you keep it taken down. Sounds kind of sensible. But you can do other things. You can have it strip the audio, like it did in the case of my Seaside video, or you can have it disable monetization, or you can have it replace monetization. And this is where the copyright trolls come in. And again, I'm not saying that that's what the company that owns some music that's similar to the Chris Zabriskie song did. Now what happens when you replace the monetization? So you're let's say you're a YouTube channel owner and you've put up loads and loads of videos, and they start getting captured by Content ID. You get these messages, and they say in this case, your video has infringed the copyright, or may have infringed copyright. You can appeal this, but your video's still up there, the sound's still in it, you're just not getting any money off it anymore. And the messages are quite, well, they're quite worrying if you're just a little video uploader like me, because they say you can appeal this, but if you appeal this and you fail, your video will be taken down and you can get a copyright strike. And if you've got one copyright strike, which I think lasts for 6 months or something, you can no longer do certain things. So those things are things like monetize your videos, upload videos over 15 minutes long, and a few other bits and pieces, and you lose access to some of the YouTube tools. So you think, well, I don't want that. And if you get 3 copyright strikes, it says, then your channel will be removed from YouTube altogether and all your videos deleted. Well, so it's quite worrying, really. The problem is that when it's removing the monetization in this way and sending you this message that apparently thousands of people just ignore, thinking, well, all right, I'm not making any money anymore, but my video's still there, so I'll just live with it. I'll not take the risk of copyright strikes and all that malarkey. It's not removing the monetization, it's replacing it. And it's replacing it so that all of the adverts that are now on your channel, which might be adverts you disable, because certain adverts you say, I don't want these type of adverts or whatever, through your AdSense account, they might start appearing again. But they're all linked to the person who claimed copyright. So this is where they get the idea of a copyright troll. If you can do this, if you can register some bits of music that sound like other bits, and manage to get your music detected even when it's not really there, if these people forget about it, you start getting money from those adverts. And yes, the YouTube stuff is only worth pence or cents, depending on where you live. You don't get a lot of money. But if you've got thousands of channels and potentially tens of thousands of videos generating a couple of pence, that's potentially quite a decent income. Now, as I say, it's pretty limited. We can't just go and set up Content ID ourselves. I said about Chris trying to do it, even though he's got his own company for his own music, his own kind of publishing company or record company, whatever you want to call it. He applied to be a Content ID thing so that he could stop this happening to people who are using his music. And he was denied. So you've got to be of a certain size, it seems. And he has got lots of music. Anyway, I emailed Chris because he said on his page, if you get this happen to you with my music, just dispute it, and dispute it in this particular way. And what you do is you go to dispute, you say, I have a license or written permission to use this music, and it says put in the notes his email address. So I did that. I sent an email to Chris just out of courtesy to say I'd done it and to thank him. And lovely chap that he is, he got back to me within about 20 minutes. Said, yeah, it's been happening to quite a few people, and he even knew the track that it claimed it was. I found that track on the internet, and the first 5 seconds of the song do sound exactly the same, to the point where I wondered if one of them had sampled the other. But after 5 seconds, it's entirely different music. So clearly it was wrong. So I did that claim. I put in the notes about it that here's his email address, he's given permission, it's Creative Commons, you've misidentified it. And a couple of days later I got an email from YouTube saying, bizarrely saying, it's now been 30 days since the copyright claim was made against you and it hasn't been followed up, so therefore the copyright claim's been removed. So I'm assuming it was just a bad message, and that because it was only 2 days, not 30. So it's all good again now. So it's worth disputing these things if you know you're in the right. I think I should have disputed it the first time. But it does seem that yet again one of these big companies, another Google-owned company, has set up a system that is open to abuse. Anyway, I've rambled on for quite a long time now. Certainly it wasn't the quick one I said it would be. So thank you all for watching. Ride safe everyone. And I'll talk to you all again soon. Hey up!